19th seed, and Safehouse is the 37th. That doesn't mean a whole lot. I mean, somehow my team's the 11th seed, and I don't know if that's accurate, but yeah. So it looks like our casting situation has been figured out. It looks like Safehouse's fourth member has joined the server. So, oh, don't worry, I let them know. Well, hopefully that doesn't like undo what they did. So, and yeah, I think they're all gonna wait for you to get back in here so we can get this thing going. And then I know there's a game going on right now. I think the 44 biceps versus nightmare guns, which that's a great name. I'm not sure who's winning that. I think it's like if it's like a Korean stream or something. I can't understand what's going on. And then I know there are a couple other games today. And I think earlier this morning, Quick Cleans beat Insax and Cosmic Mind beat Russian Meat Pub. Also another great. But yeah, it looks like Wrecked by vs Teletubbies is happening in like about an hour. I think Rails told me. He asked me to cast that with him, and I told him maybe. And now here I am. All right. Well, it looks like we're getting close. This game was supposed to start what, like 25 minutes? I'm just gonna assume, yeah. I just want to see if every game this round can take at least half an hour to start. I know we've had a couple of teams that have had issues with like the right map version, and there's been some issues with like I think our game last night. Whoever started the map started it on version 3 of Haunted Forest, so no one could join it for. But I mean, that's half the fun, right? Is waiting around and talking to each other and jumping around.
No.
And yeah, so we're halfway there. We've got 4 out of 8 people readied up, and out of those remaining 4 players, 3 of them are AFK. Yeah, well, not to put the pressure on you, but a 5th person has readied up, so I figure you've probably got another 15, 20 minutes until we're ready. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm not super familiar with most of the people here. I know some of the names for sure. Um, but if I had to pick, like my impact player that I'm gonna predict, I know Moscow is a fan favorite. Once a gaming dog, and uh, now just a real gamer, I guess. And for the other team, I'm gonna go with Grizzly Mishka. That just sounds like a ferocious player, someone who's really gonna. Actually, no, he's not even readied up. I'm going with Max Shear now because Max Shear is readied up on time and ready to go. And he's asking them to go. I'm just going to tell them that we're ready. I don't know if that's the problem.
I'm sorry, okay?
Oh, no, I'm in the caster section. So eventually we're going to have a nice Hunter Charger 2-cap with some support. And this first hit's been kind of hit or miss. You know, sometimes you'll see a nice boom off the ridge, and you'll see, you know, a cap or two and some spit. So we could see some nice damage. And we're now 6 out of 8. We're getting like really close to starting. Slots have been limited. That's how you know it's game time. Ooh, limited even more. All right, now we are just waiting on. It looks like he's the Charger, and I see him running around. Oh, he's readied up. Okay.
Well, sorry.
And I hit my ready bind just in case, and I don't. Okay, now it's finally ready. Did you have to ready up? Oh, weird. All right. Well, so we're finally live, and this is first attack's gonna go in. The boom's gonna be a little short, and followed up by the Charger, the Spitter, and eventually the Hunter's gonna make his way in. He's gonna get a little bit of damage. So not bad, you know. If you're on your away game like the Americans are, you're probably happy with that first. And also, yeah, I thought Hansel's ping was gonna drop. I thought, you know, maybe in the same region, but he's still at 155. Not the most ideal setting for him. And quickly, the second attack's gonna go in with a 2 boom, and we're gonna see the jockey in the getting some damage, and the Smoker getting a nice pull up front, and the Charger's trying to find something. I have to imagine he's gonna go and charge a little spot. Ooh, right on the putty. And that actually turned in some pretty solid damage, as putty's right around half health, and Catfish is about 75. Moscow's still holding strong. Moscow's got he's at 99 health, so I think we made the right pick in the impact player.
Reloading.
The gaming dog is now a gaming god. And another attack coming in. We're gonna see a 1 boom, and the Hunter's gonna get. And that's really gonna be it. The jockey's gonna try, but not really gonna get much of it. And I think the jockey died last. I really wasn't paying attention, but I think so. But another good take from Deep Closet. And Safehouse is really, they've got some pretty good pace here on their infected play. They're not taking too long to get these attacks going, and we're probably going to see they're kind of setting up inside this tunnel looking for anything, but I think they're going to give up on that, and they're going to go up top. We got 2 SI up top. It's a tri-cap with a and that Smoker almost had some really nice separation. The boom stumbled him off, and then the Charger wasn't able to complete that charge. So a little more damage. We're seeing Badfish getting pretty close to going slow. He's 43, so not a lot left until he's going to be forced to pull up, and they've got one more hit until they can get inside this little tunnel.
Reloading here.
So we'll see if the infected try to target him to get him on pills sooner than later. Another boom. I think every boom has landed so far. This time with 2 boom. And the Charger and Jockey coming in. Jockey's going to get a nice... Oh, what a triple! Wow, the Charger went from so far away, and he gets a triple into the spit. And yeah, they took care of the rest of Badfish's health, and Putty is now also slow with 34 health. So some pretty decent damage pre-tank, although it's kind of expected when you're playing on high ping like this. And we're getting really close to the tank. The tank is... And it is being played by... I can't read it because of my... Oh, less than... So we'll see what happens. There's still a lot of common in this little cavern area, and survivors are being a little aggressive, trying to take some real estate. And we've got a Boomer Jockey Hunter as a support, so lots of separation. Oh, a nice kill there by Badfish on the... That's actually pretty clutch right there, as they surround this tank to get some damage. They're not getting a lot though, and the last thing they'd want is for this Boomer to land. Ooh. And there's Moscow again making plays, shutting Boomers down, and less than 3 is down to almost 75% health. He's going to chuck a rock, but he's just surrounded by the survivors. He has a Jockey and a Charger in support, so we'll see when they decide to call that in. He's already down to half health. Gets one, throws a rock. Gonna hit that rock. That is a nice hit there, but I don't know if it's going quite the way he wants. The support's getting kind of shut down. Oh no, the click won the Moscow. And apparently it's just way too much excitement. We've got to pause. I wonder if the Charger is AFK, because he hasn't moved around a whole... So survivors are at 491 bonus, which is pretty good. This tank is like almost dead. This tank has no... I imagine as soon as we ready up, the tank's going to be dead, and they're going to move forward, and there's not a lot of map left, so Deeply Closeted is in position to make a really nice map 1 on their away server. Yeah, this is definitely the part where the co-caster comes in handy, right? Thank you. I was waiting for you to say something. So yeah, so we're just kind of waiting now. I believe it was Hansel that... Or at least he left the server, so I'm assuming it was a crash. Oh, you're muted, aren't you? To your stream. Oh yeah, so now I just sound really weird.
Oh shoot, wait.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah, we're waiting for this guy to get back. Hopefully it's soon, but you never know. Either way, it's gonna be a dead tank, and they're gonna get out. They'll probably have a hit on the bridge area or right around there, and then they might have one more hit. Oh no, maybe one more hit at the ladder if they get someone slow or something. Then they'll have one for sure. Down low. But either way, you're probably pretty happy with how you're playing so far. Dude, I didn't have a co-caster. I bailed on Rails. Rails asked me to cast a game in like an hour that wrecked by, and then Vanilla asked me to cast this, and I figured it was probably better just to split the difference. And normally it wouldn't really be that bad, but you know, when you've got the long ready ups and then the long pause and someone crashes, yeah, there's not a lot to talk about, you know. Let's see. What do we have for tomorrow? Oh, we have the Australians. Akilax, I think they said how their name was pronounced. Well, they said it was Aquilix at first, and then they told Rails everyone calls them Akilax, so that's what they go by.
Aquilax?
Yeah,
Aquilax.
well, that's what we thought, but they corrected us last night. They're playing a team called Mix, and then we've got Evo versus Constant Motion. I know Evo's going to be a strong team. Young Bloods versus Win Serial. And you have the number 1 seed, Frag 4 versus Provid 9. A very appropriate name. Oh yeah. So that'll be a good one. Are you gonna stream that one?
Yeah.
Okay, she said yes for those of you that can't hear. Then we have South Stars versus Penguins of Madagascar. I think that's a newer up and coming team versus a established South American team, so that'll be fun. And then AD versus Bad Rappers. So ooh, it looks like he might be dead. So this is really unfortunate. Yeah, hate to see it. Yes, you go sub, and I'll just keep doing my thing. So for those of you just tuning in, we had a tank fight that's about to be over, and then a player crashed. So we are currently waiting for that player to return. Or they're gonna hopefully get another player off the roster to come. Let's see, they do have 6 people signed up, so technically, you know, there's 2 guys out there just sitting. This is your chance, you know, to make an impact. And they're apparently unavailable. Can we just play 3v4? So we don't want to be stuck like this forever. I don't know. I'm having a really good time right now. This is actually what I was really hoping to do was just talk over this pause screen. Ooh, Presto has an idea. He tells me to sub, and then him and Adam go cat.
Oh.
Dude, how about him and Adam just sub me as the caster, and then I don't sit here in the pause screen? How about that, Presto? Ooh, his PC was shut down.
Oh.
And a Windows update. This is why you guys should restart your computers every couple of days. Make sure you're updated, because this is a very professional setting, and you just can't have this, you know? Like, we just can't have this.
It is dog.
It is very dog. Ooh, asking how dead the tank is. And the appropriate answer was given, so. I think that's actually how much health he's lost, is 5,500. Oh, and the infected. Oh, we're playing games. This is now a video game stream again, not a pause stream. And actually, it's not, because now the survivors aren't ready. Okay. Everyone's banned. And yeah, so tank did die. He got a rock or something. I don't know.
We're gonna need these.
But the important thing is we're back and we're playing video games again. Survivors get out of that, you know, well enough. It took a little bit, but again, they're playing with, you know, very high ping, so. And they're gonna take some more damage here. Oh, is this death charge gonna happen? Oh no, it doesn't quite happen, but he takes a ton of damage, so. Man, that would have been exciting had he got a death charge there. That would have been worth that pause.
Great. Like zombies aren't bad enough, now we have ghosts.
But, so they're down to 350 bonus, so they've taken, you know, about like 150 since last time we checked up. And they're gonna jump down the ladder. We're gonna see a jockey do nothing. Yeah, they're gonna get down. Jockey and Smoker are coming from up top, and the Charger's down low. It's a quad actually, but the Hunter is just super early. So now we'll see what happens in the dark area. Oh, there is an end cap. Smoker is gonna maybe he'll troll that pickup or something. No, he's out of there. And yeah, they're just waiting for spawn. There was a jockey on my head, but it's gone. And this last attack isn't gonna get anything, and that is gonna be our first, just about 300 bonus. So it's, you know, it's an okay start for your way. You're probably feeling pretty solid. You made the map, you got a little bit of bonus, and see what happens, you know. No, do the ready up thing. So now we get to see how Safehouse is going to handle things. You know, like I said earlier, yeah, Hansel's ping has actually gotten higher since last time he was on the server. He's now up to like 170. In fact, he actually he almost had the highest ping on the server for a second, which is it's pretty good for your home. But we'll have to see how he handles that, and how his teammates are able to cope with. And once again, we're gonna have another Hunter Charger to cap, I think. No, they have a jockey instead. They have a jockey hunter 2-cap instead of a charger. So that's gonna hit. We'll see a pounce spit and a nice triple boom. Not a whole lot of spit damage there, but that triple boom is gonna slow things up, and we'll see how far they get. They haven't made really any progress just yet, and they, usually you want to be in that tunnel. Usually you want to have that second hit up at this little box truck area, but they haven't gotten quite that far. And Infected are setting back up, although they're going to wait to the exit, and we're going to see a charger and a jockey kind of spawn from above with a... Oh, this is a quad, actually. We'll see if this lands. That would be pretty sweet if it did. And not quite. So kind of like a rolling 2-cap there with a little bit more damage coming out. Survivors have lost 10% of their bonus. And they seem to be a little, they're playing pretty quick on the Infected side of it. Safehouse seems to be a little slower, more methodical as Survivor. And another boomer going in. This time it's getting to get popped, which, last half Safehouse did a great job of landing. I think all the boomers hit except for the one during tank, which is probably the most important. But with that boomer going down, deeply closeted, he's going to wait for that fourth spawn to come back up. He's almost up, and they're going to go in just a little bit early, and the charge is going to land, and the spit is a little... But it gets some damage, and we'll see what this Hunter Smoker 2-cap can... Oh, it's going to 2-cap, look at that. So, pretty good damage there, and if I remember right, I think they're about the same as Deeply Closeted was on their
Reloading. Reloading.
Alright, sorry about that. They're gonna go to check the house out. This is an unorthodox strategy so far in this tournament. And we have a triple cap with a boomer here. It's going to kind of come in. The the charger is going to land along with the hunter and the charger. The charger gets free. Charger will die. And we're seeing some good damage here. 3 survivors at either at or under half. Looks like less than 3 is, able to take care of himself. So, and we're getting pretty close to this tank spawn. Deeply Closet going to have another attack, and this can be a tricky area. There's like an invisible wall somewhere that obviously you can't see it. It's invisible, but it causes some problems. But we will see a quick pounce in this spit. We will see a pull for a bit, and the jockey's going to get shut down by Max. And that should be the tank spawn, and Survivors at a 683 bonus right now. So they're going to want to win this home game by, I would say at least 1,500 points to feel, comfortable going into their... And they've got about, 300-400 points right now, bonus difference, so they're going to want to take this pretty cleanly. They're going to get some nice early damage onto this tank. Tank's down to 4,200. Oh no, but Rochelle's going to push into this area. Common have not been cleared, and that's going to be an in-cap, and another in-cap's going to come out here probably. Thanks to the Common, and oh no, the Hunter's going to goof and pounce the down guy. This tank is dead, but that's a ton of damage, and we might see a death on Rochelle. In fact, we're going to see a death on her. So, unfortunate there for less than 3. They had like 78 perm health going into that tank fight, and now they've got 0.
Hey, thanks a lot. That'll keep me for a bit. These here zombies
and with that, now a 230 bonus, and they'll also get the less distance from having a dead survivor. A great tank fight for Deeply Closeted, and not so great for Safe. another try. Oh, another tri-cap, not just going in, but landing there. So that's going to be the end of that. A very nicely timed attack there. So yeah, so about 400-point lead for the away team, deeply closeted going into. And let's see. We'll take a look at the stats. I believe Grishly Mishka was like 35% SI damage. So that's solid. And if we look at the other team, oh yeah, Moscow, our predicted impact player had 44% on SI that last.
Yes, yeah.
So we'll see this map too. We'll see how Moscow, if he continues to lead his team to victory. We do have another late tank, which I'm not exactly a Haunted Forest expert, but I think that's going to be right around the that event, or maybe even in the event. I think that maybe, I don't know. I'm sure someone from chat knows, and they'll correct. Uh, oh yeah, we don't have any worms, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me this.
No, I don't think they're in their voice channel though.
Oh, okay. I thought like they were like in there waiting for us. Oh, we have to ready up too. I forgot about that.
Damn.
I don't like that.
I need these.
Yes.
So we have this could be a bunch of damage here. A Charger Jockey Hunter with a Spitter here on this lap. I know my friends and I, we're very good at taking lots of damage. We'll see how they do it. We got 2 guys up top, 2 guys down low. The Jockey is up all. Charger is now also up, so they know they're coming from up top, or at least the heavy hitter Charger, and the Hunter's there too as well. So they're just gonna stack, and oh no, the Spit actually goes all the way down, and I think they just stayed on that ladder. They could have avoided a bunch of that damage. Somehow a pretty okay amount of damage, I guess, for nothing really.
Reloading.
And this next attack, it's a Charge Hunt Smoker along with a Boomer, and they're going to go in right here in this little stick. Hunter a tad early. Oh no, the Boomer causing problems. So now we have kind of an awkward, we know you're there moment where they're going to try to bait out the Smoker and Charger along with the. But so far it's been pretty okay for the survivors, and that Smoker will go down, but the Charge Spit is up, it's going to land, and that's going to be a bunch of damage except the Jockey. I guess it actually may have helped in that scenario. But yeah, so Moscow is taking some damage here. He's down to 44. I don't know if they're just going after him now. They saw his big numbers from last map, and they're just like, hey, we got to take that guy.
Reloading.
Oh, reloading.
But another tri-cap with the Boomer. The Boomer is going to die, and we'll see the SI kind of coming. And not a lot going to happen here. It's going to be a good take by survivors. And now they get to push out into this nice, wide open area. Not really a lot of great places to spawn.
Reloading here.
And survivors will have a chance to grab some ammo. There is an axe in the tree, which is nice. And nice.
Hey, some guns here.
Gotta reload.
And now we've got a Jockey Hunter 2 cap, and it looks like they're looking for something right here in front of this house with some of these spawns at least.
Reloading.
I know Safehouse did a nice job round 1 landing their boomers, but so far they haven't, you know, had quite as much luck.
Reloading.
And Survivors is kind of pushing through. The alarm car is in front. It's not a huge threat, but it looks like the cappers are coming from the rear, and the boomer is still looking for anything.
Hunter.
Unable to get anything. I don't know. I think the Jockey Hunter is just kind of distracting. So now the boomer's on that alarm car, and he's gonna get a 1 boom. Oh, I'm sorry, a 2. And now we'll see these cappers get a little closer. They're working their way in. This spit's going to be quite a bit early, and just a little bit of damage there.
That was mine.
Reloading here.
Reloading.
Reloading. Reloading.
A little pick me up. Gotta reload.
So Survivor's getting really close to this tank spawn, and the
Reloading. Reloading. Reloading here.
Alright, sorry, I'm back again. I had something come up. I see a 2 boom, and I see some SI still spawned up. Not going in just yet, and Hansel's going to be the tank here as soon as that spawns, which is coming up pretty close any second now. Well, there it is, and we're going to see a nice pull back. We'll see if the other SI are going to capitalize on it. They kind of do. I mean, the spitter goes. The spitter should probably die there. And tank makes its way up on the hill there. This can be a tough spot. The Survivors take it here, and they play it right. There's not a lot of good spawns, and tank can really get shredded. Although they look like they want to go back. Moscow is the sole aggressive survivor here. Luckily, there is no smoker. There is a Hunter Jockey boom. And this boom could be big, but tank's already half health. I mean, this tank is going to need support really quick. The boomer's probably not going to do much just because it's so... Well, then he lands a 3 boom, so... And that's a very nice jockey. Tank's going to get burgered, and we'll see... Oh, Rochelle with the 2 captain. A bunch of damage. Yeah, remember when I said this boomer's not going to do much? Yeah, I was just kidding. Because they're actually going to wipe, so... They really cut that close. I thought that support was going to come in a little too late. Anytime a tank is that low on health, you know, the boom can land and the horde just comes from too far away sometimes, but that was not the case that. So a very nice round there by Safehouse. They played that tank well, and this is their chance to take the lead. Alright, so waiting for just one player to ready up, then we're going to go live. We're going to have another big spit play here, but it looks like the infected they're all down low. So that charge is going to come from behind. Probably going to try to catch them when they're on that ladder baiting up there.
Reloading.
And we'll see they've got 2 on the ladder. They've got that Hunter up front to kind of scare them a bit, keep them honest, make sure they don't push up too. And here comes the attack from down low, and the Charger's gonna miss, and actually the jockey spawn got blocked. We're going to see a bunch of donuts there on that first hit.
Reload.
Also, I'm happy to report Hansel's ping is slowly dropping
Reloading.
down to 125. So,
Hey, I'm reloading.
and we've got a jockey smoker 2-cap, not the attack you want, but it's the attack they get. We'll see what they do. They're all kind of sitting up from behind except for that. It looks like they're going to go in the stairwell. They're going to wait just a little bit. They're going in now and getting just a little bit of damage. So
Reloading. I'm a reload.
it looks like Safehouse is really they're doing much better so far on this map. Their slower approach, it's almost better suited for a map like this, or at least the tighter areas.
Reloading.
Reloading.
But they now get out into the open area. We'll have an attack here ready on this little, it's like kind of a choke, but not. And it's going to be a tri-cap with a spitter. And everything's coming up from up high. We'll see what happens here as they work their way in. Hunter is going to get seated there with 5 shots, and nothing else is going to land. This has been a fantastic start so far, as only 9 damage from the infected.
Reload.
9 damage and 2 friendly fire is all that's happened to him so far.
Reloading.
So they're in great shape for this tank fight. They do have another tri-cap with the boomer here, and the infected are. They're still kind of looking to figure out where they want to go. They might try to get this boom here off that tree. May or may not work. And now they're on this rock spawn here. Looks like they're going to try to pull into the car to get this alarm car off. And that's not going to work out how they want. Another boomer pop, and maybe more importantly, now the smoker dies left. So another good shutdown by Safehouse.
Reloading.
It'll be interesting to see how aggressive they are on this tank. I think if Deeply Closeted plays that a little more aggressively, that tank probably. But one more hit going in, another ski onto a Hunter. Oh, we will see a nice 2-cap here though. So this has been their best attack so far, and wow, what a bunch of damage there from that. So now this tank will be going off, and it's going to be a monkey tank or a Lucy tank. They signed him up as monkey, but I think I got on my friends list as Lucy, so I don't know what he prefers to go by now. But the survivors they're being way more passive. They're already much further back. They got no early chip on them. And spawns are coming up. Smoker, Hunter, and a Charger. So the Smoker's looking like he's gonna maybe pull early for this tank as they fall back into that little playground area. And kind of a similar setup, although they're going to go for an attack. They're going to want a boomer, it looks like, and we're going to see the Smoker land for a bit, and then a Hunter with some. So it's a decent attack. It gets them some damage, and now they're going to fall back, and so they're going to go all the. Ooh, now they're putting the pressure. They're gonna do that thing where they make the tank go AI. Oh, but the 2 boom of Doom right there might slow him down. They're trying to get anything so this tank can keep his frustration and not go AI, but I think it's a lost cause. And I think the Smoker's just way out of position. But the Commoner are slowly catching up. The jockey up kind of help support. So yeah, Tank is in. He's down to almost half health here. We got a tri-cap to support, and we're gonna see things starting to land. And oh wow, that was actually really close. It's gonna be a nice 2-cap and a bunch of damage, but it's probably not gonna be a wipe. Oh, I'm just kidding. And yeah, all caps are still busy, in case you guys are wondering.
Reloading.
Reloading here.
So wow, yeah.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. It's gonna end.
Thanks, I owe you one.
They
I'm too young to feel this old.
they tried something and just didn't go their way, you know. They were looking really good before that, and now they've taken a bunch of damage. They lost about 700 bonus on that tank fight.
Guns.
Think I heard a move.
Not to mention no pills and 3 bleeding. So
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh
All right,
man.
I can do this.
yeah, probably
Did this ever seem like a good idea?
you know, whenever you do a strategy like that, it's usually you're expecting to kind of own that tank, but that 2-boom really proved to be huge there. Once again, the common catching up, slowing them down just a little bit. And then that 2-cap landing, so we'll see another tri-cap with a spitter go in. Oh, and another hunter dying.
Reloading.
We've seen quite a few Uzi skeets. It's been I don't know. It's been something. I don't know.
Damn it! I can't believe this.
So they do find a set of pills in that little
Grabbing pills.
shack there. They've got this event coming up, which you can get caught up in some common and some spit pretty
Find
easily
me some real first aid.
if you're not careful.
Reloading.
Gonna have to
You know
wait
this
and
shit's
see
gonna get
what
loud.
they do. They do have another tri-cap with a boomer this time.
If I go, you guys.
So we'll see if they try to kill this boomer last, just to get another tri-cap with some spit in this little tunnel area. But instead, they're gonna land a nice 2-cap, a bunch of damage onto Nick. He's getting pulled and punched, and then the Charger he's done punching. He's out of there.
Reloading.
So Charger Smoke are gonna respawn, and survivors are moving forward. So they're down to 150, 158 bonus.
Run, just run. Reloading. Ammo here. Reloading. I'm down.
Reloading.
Ammunition!
Reloading here. Reloading. Dead. We gotta smoke him. I'm gonna reload.
Gotta reload.
Hey, I'm
Reloading
reloading
here.
Okay, this
Oh,
seriously
shit,
hurts.
this hurts.
I'm not dead yet. All right.
Alexi's
Good.
there,
Paddle bat here.
so it's just me.
Well,
Hunter on Rochelle.
second.
Oh shit! Come on, get up.
Somebody want to lend me a hand here? Much obliged.
Get your ass up.
I ain't leaving
Get
you, but you better
up.
get up. I can't do this on my own. Give me some help. Ass up now. Come
In
on.
case anyone is
Get out of here.
Well, get up. Get up.
Thanks. All right, I gotta call
Damn,
Uncle
I
here.
hurt.
I need some help.
Oh, hell yeah!
Um.
I need
Oh
to
wait, I got an
run for
idea. I need the IP. I think I can. Wow, I'm killing the production quality right now. I can't believe it.
You still need IP.
Yes.
Okay.
I may have just found it. I think I'm loading in, maybe not.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think like my Steam is messed up. I can't.
Oh,
Let me like restart my game.
okay.
Cause like I see you and the other guys on my list like in the game, but I can't like view game info on anyone. All right, that's better.
God damn it!
No. No, thank you. No.
Ooh, I got a shout out from Misslet. He said, "Keep up the great work." Thank you, Misslet. All right, I'm joining back in. All right. Okay. Sorry about that.
Thanks.
You might need me.
So we are on the infamous two tank map, where we get to see two tank fights in the same area. But first, a mobile tricap with a spitter. Survivors kind of baiting, trying to see if they can get that jockey to drop or anything else to drop. So far, no dice, and although now they're going to go in, we'll see. This pool isn't going to land, neither is the shark. And, oh, we're going to see some stumble into some spit. So a little bit of damage. Oh, and this tank's going to be before the piano buttons.
Reloading.
So this is like it was a 200-point game going into this, and now we've got a Grizzly Mishka tank. Which, I mean, that just sounds like a great tank name. Although he is... No, he's going to sneaky. So we've got a hunter, a smoker, and a boomer set up here. The hunter's going to go for some scratches. We'll see this boomer. I would think the boomer's going to sack, but you don't really know. It's awfully tough to land this. But he's looking for it. Looks like they want to keep that boomer. We'll definitely see an early pull to hope at a corner. And yeah, the boomer's still just kind of running around everywhere where he's already been. He can't find any. A charger is going to be our last spawn, and we'll see if this pull lands. Smoker is up, and he's going to get it, but ooh, cleared too quickly, and the boomer's down too. So now it's just a tank with this charger. We're going to see 2 punches, a third punch, and Buddy's going to get out. Oh, just kidding, gets punched down. So that should be the end of this tank fight. We'll see 1 end cap, and that is it.
You heard?
So I think that's pretty standard. You kind of you play that and hope that's the worst case is 1 end cap. So they're okay with that.
Oh yeah.
And now we are going to see them push in again to hit the piano event, which will give us our second tank.
Reloading.
So the hunter is respawn looking for a wall kick here. A wall kick with some spit, and then let's see what else can happen. The hunter's going to get skeeted by Moscow, which is pretty good with that ping. And nothing else really going to happen. The jockey's going to try to get something. I think he got a scratch, and that was it. So.
Son of a bee sting. This hurts.
So now back they go. And now this time it's Max Shear with the tank, and he's spawning a little bit close. And he's gonna work his way in, and we'll see what happens. They send the boom in first. They get the 1 boom. I'm just gonna say it, dude. A 1 boom before tank is the most dangerous play in Left 4 Dead. People don't think that's true, but I have confirmed it. Although they're not going to go in on that. I don't think he had the support for it anyway to commit with that. So we will see a charger jockey and oh nope. Oh, and another boomer. So I would think they'd want to get rid of that boomer after what happened their first tank. But we'll see. He's checking the 2 little cubby holes, and yeah, those are still blocked. And now he's just he can't sack it. They have to go with the boomer because the rage is too low. So yeah, the boomer is just unable to find anything here. Another corner though. Looks like Badfish is going to go down with 1 more. Another hunter ski, and actually Monkey with the end cap onto Badfish. And now he's the 2 boom. Well, the tank's down to 1900, so I don't know how much he can really do with this. He's going to try to get another rock. Just doesn't have any SI support to help him here. Man, ooh, there's a rock there onto Moscow. And the tank opting not to punch the pulled guy. I think he should have just taken that last punch. But yeah, so another end cap. They got some good damage there.
Thanks.
I'm reloading.
And Survivor's down to about 540 bonus here. Still a bit of map left. They haven't, they just left the safe room area, so they've got the whole map ahead of them. They've got some tight areas. We'll see some plays with the spitter here that can do a lot of damage. And I know if you're Safehouse, you're probably really wanting to take the lead on this map. There's not a lot of game left, and this finale you can score a whole bunch of points on it. And this finale can be very tricky with higher ping. The common can be very frustrating to deal. But yeah, Survivors, they're going to keep working their way through. The last hit didn't really do too much. And here we have another hit set up. The jockey is pre-spawn along with that hunt. And we're gonna see a charge. Oh, it's actually a quad cap, so Smoker's gonna try, but not gonna really win. This is gonna be tough to land a quad with all four up front, being as spread out as they are. And yeah, they have a little, the choke's working the other way now. The SI are getting funneled through that door and just getting shut down. Smoker's almost dead. Jockey and Charger have both been chipped. Although we're going to see some damage there, not a lot.
Reloading. I'm gonna get right.
Yeah, this room here would have been a nice place for a quad attempt. But then again, you kind of hate to wait that long. So Survivor's getting up to this next little stairwell. There's like 2 more rooms, and an open area, and then safe room. So they're going to look to probably get an end cap on the Putty here, just to slow him down. And they're going to land a nice wall kick onto Badfish with some spit. That's going to be a good amount of... And the Charger's still up, so... We'll see what he opts to go for. He's going to take that charge onto the health bonus. Oh, and the death spit. That's actually really big, and he's stuck there with the death spit spread. Down to 3 HP. And Survivor's down to 160 some health bonus. Or hybrid bonus. And the Smoker's up. Gonna get picked though. I think he tried to get that. He's looking for an end cap there, but no one there was that low. So looks like a common is gonna take down Monkey. Badfish gonna pop the boom on himself, and he's gonna get end capped. Another skeet by Moscow, and now Putty's getting jockeyed, taking a little bit of damage. And the charge isn't the land. I do want to say I saw Moscow closing the safe room door, which is taking a spawn.
Help! Help!
Is actually that's a smart move. That's a crafty veteran play. So SI just trying to get anything at this point. They know they don't have a lot of time left. One boom, a little bit of maybe free spit damage. And that's really it. We'll see what this Hunter can do. He's going to fly in there, try and get something. He's going to get just a little bit. And I think that should be the map. Or is it? No, it's not over yet. Oh no. Oh no, and Badfish is going to die there. So yeah, that death at the end cost him like 70 points. And it's 1991 to 1009. So 900 points separate these two teams. We could definitely see Safehouse take the lead here. But they're going to have these two tanks to get through first. And we have another mobile tri-cap with a... We'll probably see a similar start as last time. The Survivor is going to clear some common, try to bait a spawn in the drop. The last thing you want to do is take a big spit hit here before tank. And expected waiting maybe a little longer than they wanted to, and as a result, everything's just going to...
Reloading.
Smoker gets just a little bit.
Reloading.
And that'll give us Putty's first tank of the map. So we'll see what Deeply Closeted does with this boomer that they have. Oh, he's going to get the spawn there. They're not back in time to block it. And he's going to land a triple boom. I don't know where this tank is. He's kind of close, but not really. And he might opt to roll in. I don't know how much of his horde is left. Doesn't look like really any. So yeah, tank is in. He's down 1,000 health. Make that 2,000 health. Hits a corner, although Rochelle's going to be able to escape, but then Nick walks into a punch, and that's going to be 2 more punches onto. We're going to see the SI start landing, and we're going to see charge lane. Oh, if this Hunter lands, that's going to be the triple. Oh no, Nick's going to run away. Nick just runs less than 3 runs away and clears everything except for the jock.
Can you make it?
So that was really close, actually. That was almost a wipe there. But instead, they're gonna get 2 full end caps, and 2 people are at half health after that first. And now we're gonna see a spit delay here. Oh, with the pull, this is a lot of separation.
So good to us down here. We gotta get you back on your feet.
Yeah, this is not the start they were looking for. And they've got 1 more tank to go. They haven't started just yet. There's a Hunter. He's gonna get some scratches maybe. And the important thing to keep an eye on is Max Shear's at 45 health, and he has the last of the pill. So I think it's almost worth dropping a hit on him now just to get him slow to kind of force him to take those pills. And they are going to go in, but they're that charge is going to land onto Nick though, and not going to connect with the. So Max Shear still fast, and Moscow has the. And if you remember, Moscow was the impact player that we chose. Can he make big plays? And another boomer. He's gonna land the one boom, which is the most dangerous boom in all of Left 4 Dead 2. Confirmed by scientists. So Moscow's first punch isn't going to connect, but now he's going to get the one onto Coat. A second right into the Hunter. And now we're going to see some more punches landing. Nick's going to go down here. That's the second in-cap. And the Smokey at the end to do a little bit.
Somebody want to lend me a hand here?
Come on your
I don't mean
feet.
to be scaring you none, but you go down like that again.
So that's a lot of damage.
Thanks.
That is that's their bonus down to 119.
Break out.
I'm sorry, actually it's now 84. He took those pills, so yeah. So not a lot of bonus, not a lot of health, and I don't really know if there are many pill spawns up.
Not again.
Do see that one boom go, and we're gonna see the spitter up and just kind of. I would imagine they would drop, but it looks like they're just waiting for Moscow to get a spawn. As the jockey goes to respawn.
Dying in the middle of nowhere. Reloading.
So they have a nice spit tri-cap here for these little small room areas. And they're getting ready to take it. This little room here, this table in the middle can be kind of tricky because that table blocks you a lot. It looks like nothing's going to really land except for some free spit on the end cap there.
You can make it through this shit.
And then Hansel's black and white, and less than 3 is now black.
Reload upstairs.
And Hansel's down to 13 health and ticking.
Anyone else feel like crap right now?
It's not it's looking grim, you know. I don't know if
Reloading.
I don't know if they're gonna make this one, boys. So they had there goes Hansel with the spit scratch, gonna take him down. You hate to go that way, but when it's your time, right?
Reloading here.
So Grizzly Mishka is 1 HP. He'll be black and white upon less than 3s at 20 health. Black and white. And there's Max Shear taking a charge. Only the wall. And Nick's gonna get pounced. The boomer is just squatting on her shell. And we'll see what the smoker does. The smoker is just kind of hanging out. Maybe gonna go for a scratch or something. Oh, gonna pull Nick, and that's gonna be a death. So as the rest of these spawns come up, Max, you're unable to get a pickup because of all the common. And now gonna get dropped. So there you go. Going into finale, it's about a 500 point lead. And I don't know. You can score a bunch of points on this finale, but not gonna be easy. Let's see what this first attack they have is. Looks like a charge jockey, spitter, and a smoker. I guess while we have a minute, go check out cetapug.com. It's a place to find Left 4 Dead games, right? Find a game, find a stream to watch. It's a nice central location. Check out the Quarantine Cup 2020 Steam group. There you can find when things are scheduled. You can figure out, when you want to watch your favorite team play. See what map is next. And yeah, that's really it. That's all I got.
Yes.
So there we go. We are live. It looks like they are going to set this attack up from behind. Jockey is in front to kind of push them back into this charger. It's like the main part of the attack won't start until they get a little further down. As survivors slowly make their way down. It's tricky. They really don't want to eat this first attack for a lot of them. And now, as soon as Nick clears out, they get the attack. A real nice 2-cap on both directions, along with this charge landing, but oh no, the spitter had no faith in this charger and spat on the pulled guy. So, I mean, still good damage either way, but you always like to see the charge spits land.
Reloading.
And now we wait for the world's slowest door to open. We're gonna see this attack come in, I'm sure of it. And the one boom does land, and when you see the charge land, the hunter is gonna land almost a triple. Oh no. Almost a triple cap with the last survivor is a boom player. So far really good damage, and the map has really just started, and every survivor's taken a bunch of damage. And this is, with all the common here and all the spawns from above, this is tough. So another 2-boom, along with a smoker charger with a spit, and the charger, okay, he does. That was weird. Oh no, Badfish caught up in the spit, is going to go down. And now a little separation pull in the back onto Moscow. So that's 2 pills down already for the survivors, and another attack is ready to come in. Another 1 boom. We'll see. They're going to wait for this charger, probably. Nope, they're going to go before they get in this tunnel. And we're gonna see one thing land. The Charger is gonna land, and 1 pound this time. No, just getting 2 pounds this time.
Reloading.
And Rochelle just chilling on the ledge, taking all the comments. And really, I mean, that's their last of the pills. They're gone as soon as Putty goes to go faster.
Reloading.
So Survivor's just trying to get to this tank. Still a bit of map left. Still some pretty challenging chokes up ahead of them. Another 2-cap here with a Hunter and a Smoker is just about to drop in. Probably waiting for this Boomer to arc off the edge there. Gonna hit 2 this time. A lot of separation. You see Ellis way up front. They're not gonna go. The Smoker's gonna get a pull. Another nice 2-cap on the front and back guy. And yeah, deeply closeted. They were playing a pretty solid game, and now in this map they're just kind of getting a little too ahead of themselves, spreading out, and they're taking a bunch of damage. It's gonna be very tough for them to fight this tank, and because I don't think there's really hardly any pill spawns in this map. I see 1 set of pills up ahead, and that's it. And 2 guys are slow, but it's not gonna last for long. Another 2. And now we'll see a 1 boom, which should help them kind of make some distance as all the common tunnel on the 1. But we are just about to see this tank come up. And yeah, they get that last of the pills, but they've got 2 guys slow already for this tank. And Badfish is at 25. He'll be 24 health by this tank. Moscow's at 31. He's gonna be, 1-punch hero soon. And Tank is gonna roll in though. It doesn't have any support, so if they were gonna kill this tank, this is actually the time to do it. 2 survivors blocked by Spit in the tunnel, and oh no. Tank not getting the log to work. Tank's down to under 2,000 health. He's down to 900 health. He gets 1 in cap, and that's it. Now he's dead.
God damn it!
All right. Well, I mean, not what we expected, but a solid take there by Deeply Closeted. And we'll see this Hunter kind of wall pounce here, looking for a distraction or a DP, but gonna catch some bullets.
This is some grim shit we got ourselves into.
Gotta keep up.
I need to get ready.
So, I mean, they've made it further than they probably ought to have. But this last section, there's a ton of common. They've got 2 guys, very slow. Badfish is black and white with 6 health. Everyone else still has color though, so. Let's see what happens here. This Boomer's gonna go. Only gonna get 1. Is gonna be on top. Now the SI are starting to come in. And the Charger. I don't know if you wanted to leave the Boom guy or if you just missed on.
I need some help.
But yeah, Badfish 1 health, black white. Putty's at 7. Monk is at 13. Badfish is dead. Yeah, I can't imagine they survive much longer here, but there's an end cap, and that's gonna be it right there. So. So they've got, what, 1,200 point difference almost? Right around there. Map is worth 800. They're gonna need to, get through this real clean. They seem to play their best when they're kind of taking their time and clearing things out, but you don't really have that option on a map like this where there's just constant comment. So we'll see. The first thing is going to be getting out of this first little hit here without taking any damage. And it looks like they're setting up a little later. Looks like they want to hit at the bottom of this staircase. So Smoker is behind, but Charger's in the closet. Jockey's up ahead to the left in that little button room. And they're going to start working their way in, but the Jockey's going to get shut down. Now the Smoker's going to try his hand. He's going to die, and the charge is... Okay, well, it worked.
Spit! Reload!
Hey, I'm reloading.
I assume none of us have admin to kick this dude, right?
Reloading.
Dude's other guy's spec. Maybe he's just here chatting. I think that's the excuse he used, right?
Reloading here.
Reloading.
I wonder if this will work.
Reloading.
Reloading.
No, it didn't work.
Reloading.
Anyway, so that second attack doesn't really do anything. And we are going to have a tri-cap with a spitter here, so potential for some good damage here. They are boarded right now. We're going to see a 2-cap there. Just kidding, a 3-cap. Oh, but the spit goes in the pounce guy, and I don't think it didn't spread up there, so kind of a missed opportunity, but at the same time, it's still fantastic damage.
Reloading.
There goes 3 sets of pills already. I assume less than 3 just popped, so Max Shear's the only player with any pill. And now we've got a 2-cap. Jockey, we'll see what the 4th spawn comes up as. Survivors drop into another one of these little trickier, kind of like mini choke areas. Do you see the one boom? Do you see the Jockey landing? And the Hunter is trying to get a spawn, trying to wall kick, having some trouble. Eventually gonna land, and this time the spit does spread up there. And Hansel's gonna go down, and that's just 1 cap on Hansel. And that will be the last of the pills, and we're gonna have another tri-cap with a boomer here, so another chance for some big damage here. They're working in. Oh, the Charger with a nice charge, a nice triple boom, and kind of a funky combination of Jockey and Smoker landing for like half. But a lot of damage there, and you have to start wondering, you know, are they going to survive this tank? And there's still another attack or 2 in the tunnel before they have a chance to even get to the tank, and they haven't even really made up any distance since their last attack. They finally get to this next little ladder area, which, by the way, this ladder is just a pain to climb. And as we see that, the 2-cap starts coming in, the Jockey Hunter, the boom lands, that's going to be another pounce in this. And yeah, they're going to have at least 1 perm slow, probably 3, honestly, at least. By the time this tank goes up, all there are another set of pills, so. We'll see who they opt to give them to. And the 2 people with the highest health took it, so now they've got 1 guy on like 1 health, 1 guy on like 10 health. So this last tank is going to be Putty's tank. We are going to see his SI going, or just the boomer actually. So I'm assuming Putty's going to roll in with this.
Reloading here. Reloading.
He has all the support. He has a 1 boom, and he has survivors with not a lot of. So you see a 22 DP, okay? Survivor's just backing up in here. Tank's gonna take some damage, but he's gonna get the warning cap. And we'll see. I mean, Tank's down to 700 health. He might get one more in cap. But yeah, no, another dead tank.
Somebody want to lend me a hand here?
Seriously hurt.
Get up. Coming. I need some help.
Hey y'all, I need some help.
So we'll see how far they make it.
Hey, get your ass up now.
They just don't have
You better get up.
enough health to probably get to the boat, and even if they did, all their remaining bonus is on max shield. It's all health bonus.
Gotta reload.
Reloading.
They're asking about Chicago.
Reloading.
Reloading.
This is some grim shit we got ourselves.
This is not.
Oh, and sub unpaused. I don't know what that means. I think he yelled at his friend.
How's gonna end?
I hear Hunter.
Reloading.
No.
So we'll see this tri-cap. Now it's just a 2-cap because Hunter got skeeted. Oh, it's a quad cap. I'm sorry. Wow, I have nowhere. And we see 2 in caps. Interestingly enough, only less than 3 is going to be black and white. As Grizzly Mishka takes care of the jockey and the smoker. And yeah, I mean, the common is still just piling in, so. They're gonna keep pushing to try to, max their distance. Another end cap is gonna slow them down.
Some help over
We
here.
ain't got time for this, man. Get up. Get up.
Okay, I ain't going on. I'm really
So another tri-cap going in here. And we do see 1 death finally, another end cap. The 2 remaining survivors are in like the mid-20s on health, so they're gonna get this pickup. It looks like there is like a small break in the common, but they're still coming. You have to also start to wonder how much ammo do they even have after that tank fight. So yeah, they're still going. This Hunter, is he gonna go for scratches? No, he's gonna go for the pack. And the Charger's gonna get a stumble and a punch, and that's it. These guys are awfully resilient, refusing to go down.
Hey, I need some help over here.
Reloading.
But that's another in cap. Grizzly Mishka's black and white. Hansel's black and white. Max Shear will be black and white if they get up. Although I got a feeling this is the end.
Hey, I need some help over here.
Smoker's tongue is just about ready. Oh, stop running back. Well, he got the self-clear, but it cost him everything. So yeah, that's the end of our first game. About 500 point difference. The away team, deeply closeted, actually takes the victory. And now we're gonna wait and see if we end up going to the Americans' home server. Has anyone told you, Vanilla, for playing a second game?
I first said it might just be one, but I mean,
I sent Putty a message to try and figure out. He said, he said, Fish said yes. OMFG. So that's the type of like insider reporting you get, you know, with a. We take you inside the minds of the player.
Let me fix their war room real quick. I think they're having trouble.
Good luck. All right. Well, since we have a break in the action while we get to this other server, I guess once again, shout out to cetapug.com, right? That's where everyone's going to get their games. Shout out to the Australians for hosting this event. Awfully kind of them, give us something to do while everyone's staying home, staying safe. Hope. Shout out to our server providers, right? That's also an important part. I know we just played on Atlantis. Is there a list of all the server providers? I'm just talking to myself at this point. I know Atlantis. I think we played on a Unifix server last night. Obviously, Sir Please is a big one. I know I'm missing a bunch. Oh, dude! Speaking of Sir Please, look who's joined us.
Oh, hello.
Hey, sir. Hey, do you wanna say a few words to the stream on behalf of?
We were talking about server providers, and
Hey, you
I mean,
know
we have
more than me.
we have Atlantis, we have the Woke House, we have let's see, IOAsia, we have Unifix, like you said, we have, I think it was, I was afraid to say this. Is it Bam Bam or Bomb Bomb? I believe it's Bomb Bomb.
I think it's Bomb Bomb. I think.
Yeah, and I think that pretty much covers it.
Well, there you go. Yeah. So thanks to all those people that pay and maintain those servers. Obviously, it would be much more difficult to do this if we didn't have people like you guys. Not that there's anything wrong with the nice old Valve USE server.
Oh, definitely not.
We just wouldn't have the spec slots. Everything else is okay. And then you're about to stream a game. Is that right, sir?
Maybe.
Possibly. Okay.
We're about to see. You never know. So far in this tournament, there's been a few games where
You
you're
really
like,
don't.
you're like, oh, is this actually happening?
Sometimes the most exciting part is just figuring out if the game's going to happen or not.
I wouldn't use the word exciting, but
I do it for the viewers, you know. I try to, like, you know, even though it's not exciting, I think if they hear me say it, I might trick some. Maybe not a lot of them, maybe like one or two.
I believe you forgot to shout out yourself, though, for doing an awesome job at solo casting, like even when you're not in-game.
Yeah, it's just the challenge, you know. Sometimes casting a game while you're in server is just way too easy, and I push myself to be the best caster ever. And I'm probably only like 17th right now, but I'm working on it.
Oh, you have a list?
You know? Yeah, you know, it's just a little power rankings I compiled. Top Left 4 Dead 2 casters of all.
Is this a public list, or are you gonna keep it private?
If you go to my Patreon, you can actually get it.
Oh, how much do we need to donate?
It's $5 a month.
Okay. Can you, should we link it in chat maybe for the people that care?
You know, I will. I'll do it shortly. I'm kind of still nervous about it.
All right.
Ever since my OnlyFans blew up, you know, I just try to keep things on the beat.
I've actually never checked that out. I have no clue what it is. I just hear people talking about it.
It's
First I thought it was related to YouTube, and I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure some people on YouTube use it as a side hustle. You know, I'm sure.
Probably.
Anyway, trying to think what else do we have to talk about while we wait. Any games you're excited about? I know week 1 is usually kind of not the best because week 1's almost like I don't know, best way to put it politely.
I mean,
But,
yeah, you filter out the weaker teams, right? That's what you're trying to say.
You kind of split the teams up with like the more experience with the less experience after week 1, right? It kind of sets the path for teams to kind of go on their journey.
It's also a bit hard because we don't have like this concrete list of like what teams to track, and every tournament teams have like different players on their roster. It seems there's only a few teams that actually keep their roster through the next tournament.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. I know I was surprised that we got seeded 11th. I thought we were like 20 something maybe, but you never know, right?
Yeah, you never know.
But yeah, week 1 is usually a lot of a lot of one-sided matches just because of the way the format is. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not even too familiar with a bunch of these international. But I don't know. Do you have any games coming up that you're thinking might be pretty good ones, or?
Well, we do still have Aqualax coming up. I don't know the team they're up against though. Mix. I don't know their lineup. We also still have Evo coming up. Of course, Frag 4 against Provid-19. I mean, the name alone from that team, I have high hopes for that one. That could actually end up being an upset.
Oh yeah.
And then we have South Stars.
Yeah, definitely some of the bigger powerhouse and more established teams are still yet to play. Some of these teams they've been playing with essentially the same group of people for quite a while now, so I'm expecting some big things.
Yeah, there were a few people moving around because there was a team DQ'd. From what I heard, it was DQ'd, and a certain member of that lineup asked if he could be transferred to Team Evo, and this particular member is quite spooky to play against.
Ooh.
I'd say it's more spooky than playing Haunted Forest. That's for sure.
That's awfully spooky. I've seen some of those pictures.
Pictures?
on the walls of the.
Oh, those. Yeah. I think the flashes though.
Yeah. There's that one that kind of runs across the bridge. It's like a jockey almost. Yes.
The Ramirez one. Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what it is? Have you guys named it?
Yeah, I named it, definitely. Exactly what you're talking about when you like the jockey looking one. I definitely know what you're talking about.
Do you have who's your favorite to win it all?
To win it all?
Yeah, right here for the
I'd
people.
have to say on the record or off the record. I mean, it's streamed, so it's on the record either way. But
I mean, I can just say off the record, and they won't listen.
Lucky Glock, of course.
Ooh, nice. Would you say that's the? I mean, there's a couple of like hybrid teams of like North American, South America, or North American and European teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Lost in the Sauce. I was trying to think, like, would you say Lucky Glock is like probably the best NA team right now, or? I mean, then I was thinking like, well, Lost in the Sauce is also good, but they're also kind of European. If you want to get into the, if you want to be picky about it.
Lost in the Sauce. I think it all depends on how they're feeling and how well they're prepared for the maps, because they do have solid players on that roster. But I do think Lucky Glock is more consistent across the board.
Yeah, I can see that. I know we played against them once in the scrim, and they did a number on us, as as has happened from time to time. But that would be a good matchup to see, those two teams up against each other. I think definitely could be a pretty good one. And then you have like the two Euro powerhouses. What is it? Like Frag 4 and Quick Cleans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are
The
also-
favorites,
yeah,
the
those
EU
are
favorites.
Also, two very strong teams. And then even a team like EVA, I feel like EVA a lot of times, like all the Asian teams, because they're not really, they don't often mix in, in the mixes and the puds and
Mhm.
whatnot. You kind of forget about them a little bit, but they've also proven that they can play some video games.
Yeah, they show up at the tournaments, but that's about all where we see them. And maybe some of
Right.
them like do a few mixes on Panchan, and I think that's about it.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be fun to see how some of these teams perform and as the tournament can go. I know we had an issue with the G2 game yesterday. I don't know what
Oh,
decided
yeah, with the
yet.
scheduling, right?
Right, they had a scheduling issue, but it's almost it's like hypothetically if they were to get a forfeit loss, then you've got a team like G2, which is a pretty good team. You've got them in the 0-1 side of things, so like week 2 they're going to smash some poor team that already lost week 1, and even week 3 they're going to be 1-1, probably going to smash another team, right? Like I almost wonder if it sets you up better for success later on if you take an early L.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Like when I was asked about it, like I think especially with group stages before like either single elimination or double elimination, because it actually gives you an edge if you lose the first few games, or like at least one. Because I haven't seen like the entire. I think there's 6 rounds.
Yeah, 6 rounds, and I think like 16 teams are making it. So you're probably going to have some teams that are 3-3 or better. You're going to get in. Maybe even a 2-3 team. I don't know how it's going to play out exactly. And obviously, some teams aren't going to make it to the end, as we usually kind of see in these tournaments. But we shall see.
All right. Apparently, the next match that was going to get streamed, the opponents are downloading the map once again.
Nice. Oh, but
so we'll see if it happens.
We've seen that before. Live. Yeah, we've seen that a lot. Right. Yeah, my game's going live. We've got Deeply Closeted on the Survivor side. We've got some hits going in. Hunter's gonna land for a little bit. Smoker's gonna land for a little bit more. And this Boomer is just looking for. I don't know if they changed players or if they changed names, but now we have Hee Hee Boy, which I think is one of the best things I've seen so far in the tournament. I'm looking forward to see how Hee Hee Boy does. I think my favorite name I saw, there was one player signed up as Condom 0.0. Which I think is just fantastic. It's excellent. But we'll see. Jockey's going to go down fast. You see a bunch of common come from the back end. This Hunter's going in, not going to get anything. Same with the Charger. Pitter. The Spitter gets picked away before anything can even happen.
Reloading.
And, yeah. Deeply Closeted, yes. looking pretty good. First 2 attacks. Every time I see their clan tag of NG, I don't think Deeply Closeted. We're gonna have to ask them about that at some point.
Hey, I'm reloading.
But anyway, another attack. Getting ready. It's gonna be a tri-cap with a Boomer, no charge. Smoker gets a real long tongue and one boom lane. Hunter for a bit, Smoker for a bit, Jockey's gonna get M2'd and shut down, and this should give the survivors the next area to fight this tank. And oh wait, no, just kidding, we're not there yet. Oops. They're gonna go in this big tunnel train area. We'll have to see if they check the house. I know Safehouse, on their home server, they took a little detour. Maybe that's the strat. Maybe that's the low ping strat, right? Another tri-cap, now just a one cap.
Nice shot, Ace.
And now a no cap, as we have just a boomer and a spitter up. It seems like Safehouse is just, they're
Reloading!
on their server. They got their attacks in nice and quick, and now they're having some trouble getting things organized.
Reloading.
And they're gonna wait for their other two spawns to come up. Gonna be
reload.
Hunter and
Reloading.
I don't know. We'll see, Jockey. Boomer not gonna be able to land, and now the spitter is pre-spawned, but nothing else is really close to going in yet. The Hunter is way up, but the Hunter's so far from the spitter, who's now going for a respawn. I guess they're gonna wait, but tank is also soon, and you don't want to have that spit with the tank. And
Reloading.
Ammo.
Grizzly Mishka is just getting a spawn. It is a charger.
Reloading.
So all the SI are in the back, and the tank is really close. Tank's going kind of sort of in, but not really. Although a nice charge with a rock. Now you kind of wonder, what's going to happen here. The survivors can be aggressive at the risk of eating a rock, but the tank's going to fall back, already down 25% health, and just surrounded, just getting pushed back. Survivors taking so much ground here, and the tank's still getting pushed by that fish. Now down to just over half health, and spawns just now coming up. Gonna have that Hunter Smoker along with a Boomer here. I think at this point you kind of hope that this Boomer lands. I mean, when the tank goes in, he's gonna lose another 1,500 health before he gets in. Trying some B-Hop's not gonna. The early pull's gonna get cleared way too quick. One boom. Oh, I'm sorry, two booms this time, and a rock, and a almost punch. That time a real punch lands, and Batfish is going to go down. Tank 1,000 health. He's going to go for Ellis. A nice decision there to switch off the guys in the. Getting a couple more punches before he dies. So that actually, I think all things considered, that actually played out, better than we expected initially. I think if you're Safehouse, you feel like you kind of salvage it there a little bit.
Son of a beasting.
So survivors at about a 650 bonus as that one boom lands. Jockey gonna get M. And the remaining two spawns, it's a smoker charger. I think if you're Safehouse, you kind of have to go for a death charge here. You're down already going into the away server, and things aren't gonna get any easier. And they're setting up for it. They are gonna go for it, but it's not gonna.
Reloading.
But again, I do think it was
Zombies aren't bad
the
enough. Now we
right
have
play to go for. They kind of need a home run there. So survivors are going to drop down here, which, fun fact, there is no fall damage on that. You just fall right down to the ground and nothing happens. So the attack goes in a little bit, not a lot going on. The fake witch sound goes off. And we're going to see a little bit of a jockey and full damage. And that's more than likely the end of this round. It is pitch black down here. I can't see anything.
everyone inside.
Very scary.
Hell yes.
So yeah, survivors going 611, 608 bonus, actually. I don't remember their exact score on the away server, but this is definitely better by 200-300 points. I think they made like 25% bonus that first go, and they did 50 bonus that second go.
Nope.
So now we have Safehouse on the survivor side. And just to give you guys a quick ping update, we've got two players from Deeply Closeted, about 20. The other two are 50, 60 or so. And on the Safehouse side, we've got two guys in the 160s, one person in the 150s, and Grizzly Mishka actually right around 140 with has an orange ping right now, so better than expected, at least for him. Anyway, we have another tri-cap with a boomer. The boomer's going to go and not able to the charger really far away, and not going to really matter. The smoker's getting a bunch of damage on the Hansel, and the charger lands a scratch. It's a an okay first hit, and the common is going to slow up. And this is kind of what happened last. They had a multi-boom last time against Safehouse, and Safehouse unable to push forward too far. And now we have a Hunter Jockey 2-cap here. We're going to see a nice 2-cap landing with a 2-boom. He has some spit damage, actually a lot of spit damage, a lot of 100. This is a bunch of damage for an attack that you usually wouldn't expect. And all the trees and the rocks kind of make it hard to know if your bullets are connecting through the bush. And already you see 2 players on the pills. And Survivor's down to a 630 bonus.
Gotta reload.
And they're making their way through this little area here. Next attack about to go in. Another tri-cap. The boom's not going to land, though. Neither is that Hunter. We'll see what happens to the charge. He's going to get 1 charge all the way down. Is that an in cap? Oh, almost. Well, I'm surprised that wasn't an in cap. How far he went. But then a 2-cap after. Everything just connecting right now for Deeply Closeted.
Reloading.
Lots of multi-caps landing, hitting the charges, which is key. And now Survivors they're in a tough spot here. Down to 2 pills.
Reloading here.
And they still have another attack or 2 before the tank.
Damn right. Yeah.
And another boom getting popped. Deeply Closeted has not probably put their best effort into landing these booms.
That's better.
I think if that's the one thing they could change, it would be landing some boom. But we'll see the rest of the attack coming in. The jockey takes one guy, then into a charge, into some spit. Another in cap there. Or actually, that's the first in cap, I guess. Another player without any permit. Badfish going for the big pounce, not getting any.
I could go for a nap right now.
Gotta reload.
And as we get ever so closer to this tank, we have 1 player permanently. We have Survivors with a 260 bonus. We have a Boomer Tri-Cap. A mobile Boomer Tri-Cap, that is. They're going to go for it. We've seen a lot of these attacks started off these smoker pulls from so far away. And, oh, a double charge. I don't know if someone cleared that tongue or if that tongue just broke because it broke. Another solid attack, and now we've got 3 players permanent health, and it looks like Putty found that hedge that is a giant invisible.
Gotta reload. Ammo.
So tank's almost up. Moscow has a spitter. We'll see what he does. He's gonna spit, and Putty taking some ground, trying to keep him in this little tunnel here. I wonder if this boomer, I wonder if they're going to try to keep this, or Survivors are blocking that. Not really much the boom can do right now. Although I'm sure they're happy to play this long and bleed them out. 3 players in 1 punch range, 1 player at 1 health. And only Hee Hee Boy with some perm health, which I think is what we all expect. So, 2 players on their backs right now. I don't even know. There's Hansel. Hansel going down. All to Hee Hee Boy. And no more Hee Hee Boy.
I can't do this on my own. Give me some help.
Alright, well, that's map 1. It's about an 800 point deficit. 500 points difference. So now we're up to a 1,300 point lead, something like. So here we go, map 2. A little different SI setup than last time. We're gonna have
God damn it!
a smoker hunter 2-cap. We'll see how that we'll see how that changes the way they set up. Oh, and my phone's ringing, so I'm gonna take this phone call. Alright, I'm back. It looks like they're figuring out tank spawn. Which I'm glad. I wouldn't want I wouldn't want to get unfair tank spawn here. And really, I mean, if you're deeply closeted, you probably really don't want that tank spawn to get messed up, just because you know if there was an early tank and you wiped, I mean, technically it opens up the door to a comeback, but you never know. So now we wait. Waiting for Hansel and Putty to ready up. I see Putty typing, and I see Hansel moving around as his. Neither of them have readied up. Putty's not readied up. Oh, they both readied up. Nice. Alright, so it looks like we're going to have a similar setup. Safehouse definitely likes attacking on top of this ladder, it appears.
Reloading.
They got their 2-cap. They are pre-spawned up above. We'll see how they play this. Probably wait for 1 or 2 to get that smoker and hunter get some damage here. Although, ooh, that's actually a pretty big oof right there. The spitter goes early, and now it's, basically no spit for the. Hey, they do have some separation. They can land this 2-cap here. That could be big, but they're not going to.
Reloading.
So pretty good take there from survivors. Don't really take a bunch of damage. Gonna work their way out. SI arc coming up now, and because of kind of the weird, death sack thing, they are up in time. Oh, we do see a double charge into some spit. I think that's actually almost like the same exact charge locations that they took as the away game for them. So a little more damage there. Wasn't the most ideal spit spread of all time, but I mean, it's Left 4 Dead 2. You take what you get. And they're going to go out into this open area. SI probably going to want to get up on these little cliff tops here, little mountain tops. Not really mountains, but we are going to see a spawn. Is this a quad? Oh, this is a quad. If they land this quad, everyone gets a free set. Okay, I'm glad they screwed that because I didn't want that to happen. Can't afford that. But a lot of damage there on the Badfish. He goes from, I don't know, 70 health, 80 health, down to wherever he is now, slow, under 40.
Gotta reload!
Smoker gonna get the respawn there.
Hey, some guns here.
See, a boomer and a spitter. Let's him join the smoker. It's gonna be a jockey. Maybe it's a hunter. And they're going, kind of. I mean, smoker's up. Survivor's just gonna outrun him. So Smoker's gonna have to get a respawn here. Same with the Boomer too. I don't know.
We got a boomer.
Although I think Moscow making probably a smart play there,
Reload.
pushing on that Boomer. But then again, by doing that, you give him a tri-cap. I don't know. What I do know is that this tank is almost up. And last game, Deeply Closet wiped this tank. So I'm sure they're going to want to get some revenge here. We'll see how they play with lower ping here. As the attack goes in, Charger does not land though. You see a pouncing some spit and a little bit of death spit damage there, so.
Reloading. No.
It's a little bit, better than nothing.
Reloading. I'm a reload.
So yeah, tank is up and Survivor's very aggressive. Holding that little gated area. Now they're going to run back a Boomer Jockey Charger. I think they like that smoker they had last time. We'll see if they sack for a smoke. But tank's kind of just rolling in, and oh no, they're going to do that thing. Yeah, see, they want revenge. They figure, hey, you AI'd our, well, he almost AI'd our tank, so we're going to do the same.
One of those
The highest levels of gameplay. So attack goes in. I mean, this is almost a point where maybe you stay up a little bit. If the tank misplays his car, you can just push him and kill him. That's the point. And although car is in, Rochelle being aggressive kind of shows us that they're not moving too far back just yet. They have regrouped. They are running back. I think they're scared of the Hee Hee Boy tank. I mean, I wouldn't want to get Hee Hee Boy either. And yeah, that's AI tank, so. Maybe one day we'll figure out a way to stop this. So we see a pull for the bot tank, and the bot tank throws a rock instead. And then almost got a punch on the coat. And then just, yeah, tank just gave up.
Yes.
We're gonna need these.
Grabbing pills.
So,
That's better.
yeah, Boomer, he tried. It was going to be tough to get a boom there, and there's really not any other
Guns right here.
good spots for a Boomer here coming up, so it's like you may as well just send that Boomer and get rid. And they're going to have a Charger, a Jockey. We'll see what this last capper is going to be to go along with this. Likely going to see it hit around this house up ahead here. It's going to be a smoker, so. Survivor's moving fast, so they're going to actually end up blocking some of the spawn. The Charger and the Spitter just not going, so.
Weapons over here.
The Survivor's looking good. They've got this event, which, can be tough, but they've got plenty of health. They have a set of pills.
Yeah, somebody don't need these.
They're coming.
Charger.
So far, so good. They take out that spit charge there. The Boomer's going to get a triple boom. It's not going to really change that much other than some blurry vision for a bit.
Reload.
And yeah, they're moving pretty well here. They're going to get to this little ladder corner area here, which can be tough. We'll see what spawns they get. They're going to get a tri-cap with the Spitter here. And it looks like they want to go. The Charger isn't quite ready just yet. Oh, he's coming from down low. They're going to go. And they're going to get cleared pretty well. So, Deeply Closeted. Almost 700 bonus here. And they've got, one more hit they have to. So they're looking pretty good here. It's going to be a 2-cap, Hunter and a Charger. We do see Rochelle blocking the little closet. We see the hunter going down. As soon as the spit goes down, that's really all the damage they're going to get. You know, even if the charger lands, it should get cleared super fast. See.
Reloading.
Yeah.
Hey, I need everybody inside now. Damn.
We are going to have to do better.
So there you go. It's a pretty solid round. Yeah, I think just about any time you score over 1,000 points in a round, you're probably pretty happy with. 50% of their bonus goes into the safe room, so checking the ever so important MVP stats. Moscow 31% SI and Monkey 30% on the com. Actually, Monkey had 28% SI. He did his fair share on common and special infected. Always got to show some love to the common killers. It's usually kind of what screws if people don't kill the common. Yeah, so for those of you just tuning in, Deeply Closeted, they did win on the away server. It was roughly 500 points. And they are currently up big on their home server. However, we are waiting for Safehouse to do their round 2 of Haunted Forest. So they go and they sack a spawn, and they have the Boomer, Hunter, and Spitter for this ladder. And it's going to actually turn into a decent amount of damage.
Reloading.
So Jockey goes in fast. You know, his team's giving him some crap, but you know, I think that was a strategic Jockey sacrifice. I think he knows exactly what he wants here, and it wasn't the Jockey. They're gonna have spawns for this next area, though. It's gonna be a tri-cap with a Boomer, no Jock-Ob. They coming from the rear, except for that smoke creates a pull to the front. We're gonna see the charge and the power. It's actually a triple cap with a triple boom, and the Boomer dies last. That's a big hit, bunch of damage. We're gonna see Grizzly Mishka go slow, and Hansel's right there at 43. One set of pills down, and another attack gonna go in real fast here. The Charger's gonna miss down to about a quarter health. Looks like he's gonna run back for a respawn, and a nice pounce way in the front with the spit to go with it. Although that spit spread went all down the hill, so Hansel's gonna escape and then encaps. We'll have to see if they try to AI this tank. This has been the map for it so far. So far, 2 of the 3 tanks have been AI'd.
Reloading.
Reloading here.
And as we wait, we have another Boomer tri-cap. No Hunter this time. Jockey's gonna go in. He is gonna land for just a Charger from way downtown. Not gonna connect. And again, this is a tough area for Boomers to land. Adfish gonna try to get something, just unable to. It's too open. Not enough quality spawn. That's probably for the best to just get rid of. Get yourself a nice spitter attack for this little house choke point area. But Deeply Closeted looking like they want to go here in this more open area. They're going to have a tri-cap with spit. Putty tries to go to the car for a pull. Not going to work out for him, but this 2-cap is going to work out for them. So that's 2 down. That's going to be black and white for Hansel, actually. That's pretty... He Boy is actually down pretty low, but he has killed, so... Hansel's going to take the rest of these pills here. That would be the last of their pills. I'm not too sure if there's any...
Reloading.
We do have another 2-cap with a boomer. I'm sorry, obviously it's a 2-cap, but a charger boom lands, charge lands. Ellis, who is Hansel, is owning the smoke, using that tree to his advantage. A end cap goes out onto Grizzly Mishka. That's his first thing. And we'll see Moscow respawn the smoker.
All right, weapons.
And we are just about to the tank. We are going to have one Permados. And everyone else is, pretty close to that hee boy in less than 3. Just a few ticks above. Hansel does have, mid 60 health, but also black and white and bleeding out.
Reloading.
So Survivor's getting a little aggressive. They're gonna take that rock, which is bad, not ideal.
That one's mine.
They do get the boomer pop here, though. It's a tough situation to be in. It's almost like you either LOS, force them in and bleed out, or you just push into an event and probably die. So that's going to be the rest of their perm health going down there. Tanks kind of sort of rolling in with some although Tanks maybe going to die here with the second end cap, though. That'll help, and that Jockey's definitely going to help, and that's one pump. And that'll be a wipe.
Shit. Somebody want to lend me a hand here?
So we see Deeply Closeted extend their lead by another 800 points.
Somebody want to lend me a hand
And just keep in mind the score you're looking at, tack on another 500 or so points to Deeply Closeted score. That was about the score difference of game. And here we are back on map 3, ready for 2 tanks. I believe this tank spawn was like 38% or something. While they figure out tank spawns and I guess we'll take this time. We'll give thanks to our streamer. Thanks to Vanille, Adam. I know Sir stream. There was a dude named, I think, Kiyomi or something streaming a game earlier. Anyone else who I've missed out? I'm looking at the page. Dino and Boo. Thanks to all of them for taking some time to allow us to watch people play video games. I don't even know if Vanilla's still here. She may have fallen asleep. She's barely hanging on. So we are just waiting. Oh, no, we're not waiting on anything, actually.
I know one thing. I'm grabbing pills.
We are going live. We have a spitter truck. This might actually be the same exact hit as last time. I think it was.
Zombies and ghosts?
And again, we see the jockey early. Just kind of the charger landing on the wrong side of the fence, unable to get anything. You're gonna see some pretty quick clears there. I think maybe scratch or some spit damage. I don't know what it is. But I do know we're gonna see a tank here.
Frying pan.
Yes, yeah.
And it's a Grizzly Mishka tank. So he's going around, he's taking the secret way because the other way's blocked. Hunter and Smoker so far in Ghost Mode. We'll see what Hansel gets. I would imagine this team does not want a boomer, which they did send a boomer. They got the one boom. So they shouldn't have a boomer. We'll see, the Hunter's trying to get that spawn, that little cubby hole, but that's tough to get. They get rid of the Charger. Looks like they want hopefully a jockey to go along with their Smoker Hunter.
Nah, man.
And we'll find out. Tank is going to start making his way well on. Going to take 100 damage. That Smoker's actually really early. Even if he got that pull, he probably doesn't. Tank's so far away. Oh, Tank goes AI though. I think this is 2020 strat. Tank's gonna fall, but he doesn't care because he's gonna go punch Nick. Nope, he's gonna climb that fence actually. So the support goes in a little bit and doesn't do a whole lot.
I owe you one.
That is.
I'm reloading.
That's rough because usually you want to get at least one in cap there.
Reloading.
I think it's just a miscommunication, or he just wasn't quite watching his raid. So we'll see this Charger Spitter get sent in, and Rochelle getting luckily getting up on top of that little table. And Tank is close. Looks like Batfish knows. Batfish wants to get some damage all the way to boom lands. But I have noticed on this map when a boom does land, the board spawns like right on the survivors and just dies so fast. But Tank's rolling in, kind of. We're going to see the Smoker go for another early. They have a jockey. He boy is about to get a Charger, which they didn't want last. We'll see if they sack that. They do have time. And now we wait.
Yes.
Although Batfish pushed up quite a bit, but he does have Monkey right there to clear that tongue had it gone. Tank is going to go in here. Support coming in a little early and kind of uncoordinated. Tank's just trying to get anything. He's going to get a punch on the Nick hook. They do have a nice little jockey there for some damage. This Tank has a lot of health. Survivor's getting real close on him, doing some damage. Ooh, Moscow able to juke the rock.
Reloading. And
yeah, that was two really good tank takes there for Deeply Clocked. I mean, they're sitting at 80% of their bonus right now. You know, they're a couple of charge spits away from making this map with a ton of.
Reloading.
So they send the boom in early. It's gonna die, but they're gonna go with the rest of it. Nothing landing other than a scratch here.
Weapons. Yes.
Maybe a bit of free spit there.
Tits.
So SI spawns coming back up. He boy has the Hunter and also 0 points. I think this is
Nice shot, Ace.
he went from 0 to 1 points. But that's okay. You don't want to have 0 points. 1 is okay. Nothing else really able to connect. Kind of a rushed attack. Nothing, the coordination just wasn't. Survivors still at 72% of their bonus, and there's really one attack.
Machine gun.
And they've got some good spawns for it. They've got a charge smoke spit. This last spawn's going to be 100. So they can do some damage. They're going to go fast right around this corner here. And Moscow just making plays.
Reload.
Did a great job there shutting things down. This Hunter here, Putty goes in the closet. I don't know what he was looking for, but he found a hunter. Knocks him down to 70% of their bonus. So that's a solid map. That probably is actually the highest bonus I've seen on this. I know there were some games last night that had some pretty high scores. I don't know if they matched or beat that. But that's a PB for me, from what I've seen. So we are almost ready to go. We're waiting on one survivor, one infected. Now waiting on just less than 3, who is Rochelle. Rochelle is back, grabbing gun. Hopefully hitting that ready bind. No, just jumping instead. Running into the corner. Hopefully readying up. Alright. Well, we've learned now that Putty is 23, so. I feel like we're so close to going ready. Less than 3 has gone back into the corner, but they, oh, I saw him move. I know you're there, you can ready up. There we go. So we'll see that same tri-cap with a spit here. Survivors taking their time. Not a lot of common on the board here right now. And that's going to make them go all the way back in the safe room. Not really a lot of damage on the enemy side just yet, although the jockey just got toasted. So a little bit of damage, not a whole lot. They're gonna have to be, cautious like that if they, want to match the performance. At this point, the game itself is probably out of hand. But hey, you wanna, still play well and do what you can here. And we'll see what Badfish can do with this tank. They do get the one Boom of Doom, right? The most dangerous boom in Left 4 Dead 2. And it looks like he's gonna wait. Not interested to go in with that just yet. Gonna throw a rock. Take some damage. Doesn't care. He figures his horde's dead, he's rolling in. He's got his tri-cap up. He's going for Grizzly Mishka, and Mishka's gonna do a good job of kind of baiting, but there's one common slows him down, and it hasn't mattered yet. He's still doing well. A really big 2-cap here. Charger decides to punch in the cap. The jockey has got in the safe. Rochelle's needs to reload, but Tank is gonna take PE boy. And we're looking at what could be a wipe. If he gets this punt, this rock, maybe. Oh man, this is not going to be a wipe. If the jockey can control this and the hunter can do something. Although a spitter is going to kind of not really what you wanted to see there. bunch of damage, but you can't get that last cap. Smart spinner plays.
Come on your feet.
And then a boomer. Oh man, definitely not the two spawns you want to see. You got one guy up, a spitter and a boomer. Oh, what a charge! Oh wow. And there's a 2-cap. That's going to be the map. So. Pretty good SI there. Some fantastic support. Grizzly Mishko is doing a pretty solid job there of kind of running that tank around. He took a long time to get cornered, but that 2-cap landed, and eventually I think that charge landed. I don't remember. But some really good support there. So we are here on the finale. So this game is pretty much decided. We will see the finale just to see how the end of it plays out. Get us a final score tally. I know if you're looking for some more Left 4 Dead 2 action, there is another game coming up here pretty soon. I believe Sir is going to be streaming it. It is where is it? It's Wrecked By versus the Teletubby. Which is a great name. So we will finish up this match. But if you're looking, it hasn't started yet. They're starting to get in server on Sir's stream. I don't even think his stream is live.
Thanks.
And then I'm trying to see what else we've got going on for today.
Reloading.
I think that's it. I think the game on Sir's channel is the last one. So we are live, and we're going to see some quick shutdowns there. The attack coming in pretty fast, and just when we thought it was over, charge spit lands. So the spit didn't really fully spread on that ledge that Moscow was on. So not as much damage as they were hoping for, but a little bit.
Reloading. I'm reloading.
But yeah, I'm looking at the schedule, and it looks like everything else has been played. There was one game that was supposed to be played later today that already got played. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just that Wrecked By vs Teletubbies game.
Reloading.
So another attack going in. It is gonna. Oh, that's a quick kill onto that jockey. The boomer is gonna get popped too. Now see if the hunter can land. He's gonna get a little bit of damage along with the smoke.
Reload.
I'm reloading.
So far so good for Deeply Closet. They've gotten through 2 attacks. Not a lot of damage on them so far.
Reloading.
Reloading.
But we will see another attack coming up. We have a charge. We have a. We'll have a jockey and a boomer to go along with it. We'll see. The boomers from up top were doing a lot of work last time. It can be tough to get those, pops from the boomers. Although that one's gonna get. Oh no, the charger. The charger thought he had He almost had Monkey on that thing, but he just slipped off at the end.
Reloading!
Reloading!
Weapons over here!
Guns here.
Reloading!
Yeah, Rails just messaged me, so that game is just now starting, so that'll be exciting. But on this game here, we have a 1 boom onto Rochelle with a tri-cap going on. Hunter's going to get cleared real quick. Ooh, the Charger with a punch, a chop into a double, so actually quite a bit of damage has gone out onto the survivors here. And again, this is a map where you can really score a ton of points on this map if things go your this, you know, as we saw last game, you don't need a lot of health to kill this tank. This tank can go down without, you know, doing much damage at all. So a nice triple boom there, and the smoker, a great clear on that smoker, but is Ellis? No, Ellis is not. But some nice clears there, and we're seeing, you know, the majority of players on Deeply Closeted under half perm. You see Badfish holding strong, he's at 76. Moscow is on pills already. But they're almost to this tank. They've got one more attack, probably this one right here, before they go to fight tank. And it's going to be almost two-cap. We'll see Moscow eat one more damage. A very, you know, very slow cap after cap hit there. And we're going to get this tank up now. We see Moscow's pilled up, Monkey's pilled up. Badfish and Putty still sitting on some pretty solid perm health and some bit.
Goo incoming.
Tank is up. A spitter, unfortunately, in the hands of Safehouse. And Survivor's just really pushing on this tank. He's already down 600 health. Down a Charger. This jockey's probably, you know, he is dead actually. So just a boomer. And yeah, I mean, Deeply Closeted, they have the luxury of being ultra aggressive here with the score difference. They don't really have to play very cautiously, and Rochelle's actually ran so far forward that Hortus spawn. Ultimately, we see the tank die. This is just what happens when you have a tank and you just don't have your... You know, tanks will go down real fast without any kind of coverage. So they're sitting around 50% of their bonus so far. Smoker's going to do just a little bit there before, and that was actually a quad. Oh no, that wasn't a quad. They have a spitter. I'm sorry. We'll see if this charge spit can in. This is really their last go right here. Tank does spawn, like kinda, sorta, but not really close at all. But yeah, we're gonna see pretty nice score here on this finale. Deeply Closeted, really making the most of their home match. As they put up 5,700 points. Yeah. If you're Deeply Closeted, it feels good, man. If you're Safehouse, it probably doesn't feel as good.
Were the scores added from the last game, or no?
No.
Okay.
No, they started 0-0. So I mean, you can basically add 500 points or 600 points to Deeply Closeted. That was the difference from the first game, that they did win on their away server game. So we do get some quick ready ups here. And once again, we're going to see tri-cap with a spit here.
I hear Hunter.
So not the most in sync attack of all time, but they still have that charger up. I'm guessing he might try something. Probably not.
Reloading.
He is gonna hold that, and we'll see what they get here. We'll see a smoker, a boomer, and this last spawn is going to be a hunter. This part here almost feels like a free attack. You have to wait for this door. It's like just send it in, kill your boomer last, get a spit for this next more difficult area. And they did the exact opposite. Although it looks like they're just gonna save. They're looking for that spitter, maybe even a quad, maybe.
I'm reloading.
So the commons start to come in, and again, this is a map that can be really tough with lots of common and high ping. It can be very, very frustrating. We do see the quad cap up. The hunter is starting to work his way in. Jockey's up, smoker's up, charger is, and it's ever so close. I think if the smoker and the charger switch targets there, it probably lands. The smoker took the guy by the charge, and the charge had to get the person up on the ledge, which is tough to do.
Weapons over here.
And we see our next attack coming up. It's going to be a 2-cap. We're going to see a hunter and a charger to go along with our support back. Boom gets one. Hunter's going to get just a little bit. And that charger, I think Moscow's looking for something sneaky. And survivors aren't going to go there, so that's just going to end up being a bunch of spit damage instead.
Reloading here. Weapons over here.
And I will say this, I think Safehouse has done, at least on this map, they've done better so far on this map than on their home serve, which is interesting just because anytime you're dealing with common on high ping, it's tough. And we're going to see another 2-cap and maybe a tri-cap. There's a triple cap now. It's all up to Hansel, and the thing you hate the most is when you're boomed to your team is like the tri-caps. And we're going to see a bunch of damage go out there. Jockey finally getting cleared, and the boomer's going to go and die last. Oh, he gets a second boom off, jeez.
Shit, we ain't got time for this, man.
Into a triple. So that's likely going to be the last of their kills, and I assume Hansel's going to pass to Hee Hee Boy when he gets a chance. They do find a second set, though.
Reloading.
So someone's got to feed Hee Hee Boy. He's slow.
Reloading.
And they're just waiting. They don't want to give him the kills just yet. Oh, there they go.
Reloading.
Kills are in. Everyone's fast. Another attack is up. It's a triple cap with a
Reloading here.
no jockey this time. Hunter's gonna go in. He's gonna land. Just kidding. Thought he landed. He didn't, but now he did. The smoker is actually the one that was landing. And yeah, I think after Hee Hee Boy's map 1 performance, they're starting to target him. Putting the smoker on him.
Reloading here.
Reloading.
So we have our last attack before 10. And the jockey kind of goes and dies. We have a charged spit with a boom. Boom's gonna get one. I imagine this charge spit's gonna go. Here it is. Although the spitter, I don't know where the spitter went.
Reloading.
Reloading.
I can walk this shit off.
So here we go. Last tank. It's Moscow's. There are sticks. Smoker and Hunter. If that first stick's gonna go kind of deep on him, they're gonna kind of surround him. He is gonna get the in cap onto Rochelle there.
Damn. I need some help.
survivors, yeah, people are so slow. It looks like they're just going to go max their distance, and this is going to be the end of our journey. Yeah, so this game is pretty much about to end. The game on Surge Stream has yet to start, actually. They're all just about in the server, so you guys haven't missed anything. That's going to be the GG. A solid performance by Deeply Closeted. They were the higher seed, so you know it's kind of to be expected. And we'll see what Safehouse can do in the following round. You know, the way this tournament is designed, the more you win, the harder teams you play, and if you lose, you play other teams that lose. So it sort of evens out, but yeah, that will do it for us. In the meantime, while you wait for Surge Stream, I don't know if it's gone live just yet. Check out Cedar Pug, check out the Quarantine Cup group, give Vanille a follow. Hell, give Vanille a subscribe. Show some love. That's all I got. I will see you guys. Goodbye.